Okay, now you can hear me, right?
Yes, got you.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you're like 24/7 online and you're doing amazing job, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing that everyone sees me as the person that's 24/7 online, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I know we've spoken, and a lot of people here probably got introduced to you during the 24-hour live stream. But it's been awesome to have the opportunity to get you on the creator corner and get to dig a bit more into your lore and a bit more into the story of CryptoGrid. Um, because if maybe I could be incorrect here, but I've started seeing you come up on my feed and stuff a lot lately. Did you like return to the Ronin ecosystem recently, or were you always in it? Just you weren't making content on it.
Actually, I just joined recently.
Oh,
I
okay.
started yeah, I started playing Gods Unchained mainly, and like as I said, I was pretty much like on IMAX majority of my time, like in the past, and like
Hmm.
I realized like there is like nothing happening there. I was streaming a lot, honestly, and like this is actually how I joined Gods Unchained. I saw many people streaming it.
Yeah.
I started streaming it as well, and then I realized like nothing is happening there. I saw how supportive running community is, and that's how I and why I decided to join. And like even by this, I just joined. And I feel like I'm constantly engaged, which is like nice thing to see. When you join
Yeah.
somewhere, like you feel like
Exactly.
you're onboarded in awesome way, right?
It's very welcoming to enter the Ronin ecosystem. I think everyone is very willing to help onboard new people, or just show people the ropes, or just get used to making content and stuff on here. Like I've seen a lot of people enter the ecosystem over, I mean, the last year at this point, and they start making content, and everyone's just so happy to see a new face in here, making content and stuff. So thank you for giving Ronan a chance and jumping in here. And let's jump into your story. So, like, you entered the Web3 space in late 2016. So you've been here for quite a while. Definitely, a lot of the people we have up here, a lot of the creators have entered the Web3 space around 2021 and around Axie during the pandemic and stuff. But you were here a lot earlier.
Yeah, actually, since I'm from Serbia, it's kind of third world country.
Got you.
I heard from a friend about mining, and
Oh.
actually, like from the moment when I heard about mining, I compiled a rig within like 5 days from that moment, and I started doing it. I did some rough estimations, how profitable will be. I didn't know about the volatility, about the market cycles, nor anything. I was just like, okay, the price of Ethereum is this, and yeah, it will take, I don't know, a year to pay off, and okay, let's deep dive into it. And that's
Yeah.
pretty much how I joined crypto space.
So you
I
definitely
also,
joined it from like a crypto, like literally a strictly crypto background. It wasn't even crypto gaming at that point.
yeah, I joined it mainly from the financial purposes, right? Like, I think many people joined in that way as well. I also work as a freelancer on Upwork, and I saw that more and more crypto jobs started popping up, and this is like another reason. I had one client asking me to do some research on hardware wallets,
Yep.
and this is like another reason why I started deep diving more into it, and then I started educating myself more about the space, investing, and things like that. And especially since I wasn't in financial markets before, like it takes a lot of time. It's not just about learning like theoretical stuff. It's actually you need to experience a lot of things personally, do a lot of mistakes by
Of
yourself,
course.
in
Yeah,
order
that
to learn.
that's definitely a big thing with crypto. I've been in it for quite a while too, and I still feel like I'm making certain mistakes with certain things, and um, obviously, it has to happen. You're not going to get everything right all the time. Like, there's so many different spaces in crypto. Like you can have gaming, you can have regular crypto. Now we have meme coin trading and stuff like that. Like all of these things are different learning experiences, and unfortunately, most of the time, those mistakes come at the cost financially. But they have to happen. They have to happen as long as you learn from them and you take it as experience and stuff like that. It's just better overall. So that's good to hear that, like, you've been in the space for so long now that hopefully you've made most of your mistakes by now.
Yeah, I hope for that as well. Like initially, I worked a lot, and like majority of the money that I earned, I was putting into crypto. At one moment, I managed to get like to 6 figures. Then I over leveraged with loans at one point. Then I had to took a pretty big loss, and then afterwards I held majority of my money on Binance. They had some exploit on their platform, and I got hacked there. And yeah, so it ended up really bad. So pretty much I had to start from zero at one point, and this is actually what triggered me. I always wanted to start making videos, but I felt like because I'm not native English speaker, that like the quality of the videos, and I didn't want to create anything from like Serbian or Balkan, not because I would love to help people here in my region even more than people worldwide. I just think there are so many scammers in this area, and I might get associated with that without any reason from one side, and from the other side, like people here try to put you down if you're doing crypto content or something like that.
Wow.
So I wanted to avoid that. This is the reason why I started creating content in English, but I was hesitant, and then and at that point I had enough experience to realize, that as a content creator you have a lot of leverages from different aspects. You have access to people, access to projects, so like, and yeah, you can help your audience along the way at the same time. So
I think that's super true, and it's something that our last creator on the space, I think it was Ninesk last week, was speaking with us about, was dealing with hate from being in the kind of smaller niche communities. Like obviously you're saying you're from Serbia. I know last week they were from Brazil, I think. And there is a lot of challenges making content from those regions when you want to, obviously when crypto is looked at in a different way there. But I think there's also a lot of opportunity because there's not a lot of people in those regions making that content. So if you can tap into that and become that person in that region to make the content, you actually open a lot of doors to be getting a lot of followers and building a community around you. Because we've seen how powerful it is, even in all social medias like YouTube and stuff like that, how important it is for every region to have that person to go to for information. So I don't know how many big crypto people there is from Serbia, but like if there isn't, you have a huge opportunity there to tap into that that region and become the person people go to for crypto news and crypto insights and stuff like that. Because that's how this stuff grows, So I understand the struggles that you probably have with how stuff is sometimes viewed and everything there. But no, I think it's good that you're continuing to work through it and stuff like that. But you're aware, obviously, of the connotation people have with, as you said, people think it's kind of scammy or whatever if it's from a certain region. But you're proving it wrong, obviously. So that's awesome.
Yeah, there is one super big creator, and what's ironic to me is because like he started the journey in a similar direction as I did. He was compiling mining rigs for people and got paid for that, and like at the start, especially like since he's from part of Serbia, which is like, how to say it, from the financial perspective, it's even worse than the region where I'm from, like I saw that many people loved him at the moment when he didn't have any money. Now he is pretty big, he has a lot of sponsorships and things like that. And now there is so much hate for him, and it's kind of sad for me to see that, like
I mean, I guess it's kind of a story of like people are supporting and stuff until someone wins to the point where it turns into jealousy. You know, like they'll probably see him being successful now, and it's kind of turned from like, oh, we want this person to do well for Serbia, but now once they have done well, it's kind of, as you saying, turning into a hate kind of thing.
Yeah, but you know, like for example, for him, like they don't see the dedication that he puts.
Of
Like
course.
he's making like at least 2-3 videos for weekly for the last 5 years, you know, and he has like
Yep.
2 channels, one directed to the tech and another directed to the crypto, you know, so he's doing these two simultaneously. So
Yeah.
great.
And like, would you say that like that creator was an inspiration for you to start making content, or like did you just make it on your own accord? Like, what was the point where you were like, okay, I want to make content for the community?
Yeah, I wanted to make content all my life, and I realized, you know, I'm doing multiple things here in Serbia, and you know, I realized when I connect with a lot of people, you know, I got even few people ask me to explain them something, you know, and for some of them, I even made like private videos, like on Loom or something like that, because it's easier, you know, then you can send it to multiple people because you're asked the same stuff, and and that hack that I mentioned, you know, was one of the triggers, because I realized, you know, as a creator, I will have some advantages, you know, it maybe sounds like it's for my own sake, but yeah, I'm, you know, I'm not like the person that will say I'm only doing it for the audience, you know.
Gotcha.
Obviously, like majority of the people are doing, you know, for their own interest as well, and like I think the people that are hiding it are actually the ones that are doing it even more, you know, and they're the ones that will even be able to scam, rug pull, and things like that, you know, which I think is a set for the space in general.
I couldn't agree more. Like, there's always going to be bad actors in every space, but I guess the damage a bad actor can do in the crypto space and to a community and to a group of people is definitely on the higher end of the spectrum. So that's why, you know, we're trying our best, at least here and at least in this Discord and with these stages and stuff, to get people as educated as possible on crypto. And I mean, you can even see that Hantao posted yesterday about just encouraging people to get cold wallets and teaching people, you know, the different ways that they can protect themselves going into permissionless Ronin. So we definitely want to keep pushing that, and I'm sure over the next couple of weeks or whatever, we might be able to run a workshop, or, you know, at least on stage, me and Edu can go over with you guys the best way to keep you guys protected in the crypto space with wallets and stuff, just because we don't want to hear anyone in the community, you know, lose funds or lose Mokis or anything like that. So we're definitely going to do what we can on our side to ensure the community is secure as possible. But that's super true. And I see, I don't know if you saw last night, but Baldcoin just bonded last night, and it seems you are ahead of the meta. You were a supporter of Baldcoin from the jump.
I didn't saw it.
Baldcoin.
I didn't saw it, honestly. Regarding, I just wanted to return to the topic. Regarding hardware wallets, I also encourage people to do that, and like to even be careful what they connect hardware wallets to, because I hear people being scammed despite using hardware wallets. So it's usually because they connect them to something that gets exploited or something like that. So either be careful with what you connect, and as well, like, revoke permissions from time to time as well.
Yep, for sure. And especially interacting with contracts and stuff going into permissionless Ronin. It's definitely...
now I'm reading chat regarding Baldcoin. I'm all for that. Oh my god, this Trump image is insane.
Yeah, it's kind of taken over. I woke up and I checked X this morning, and it's really taken over. But yeah, just to continue with your part, CryptoGrid.
By the way, just one question, like regarding the image of me, is that AI generated or somebody drew me?
Oh, the one in the top right?
Yeah.
This one, oh, this is like completely drawn. Our artist does this every week for our creators. And if you want the image or whatever, we can get it to you if you ever want to use it in content.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing. It's amazing work. Yeah.
Our artist is incredible. Oh, she's in the audience actually. Do you see BioArtem? That's the artist behind everything Woku Weekly. So you can definitely like contact her, and she'll get you the character if you want. She makes it for all the creators, and she's building a small army at this part.
Oh,
But yeah,
thank you, Artem. It's amazing. Yeah.
yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, just to jump into the rest of the interview here, because you gave us so much information. Like, thank you. So your main side of content then is obviously video making, and do you stream also?
Yeah, I stream on Twitch from time to time. Like it's very difficult to get set schedule because I own a gym in Serbia
Got you.
and I work part time like for Change GPT and for some other companies from time to time. So I'm not
Yep.
like full time creator. So depending on the amount of work, yeah, I stream on Twitch. I started streaming on Twitter as well, and yeah, I can see that streaming on Twitter is growing recently.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm looking
Um,
forward to see how that evolves as
For
well.
sure, and I think like getting those. I always respect people that are working multiple jobs and stuff like that, and fitting in content creation as well, because it's just purely from a passion standpoint. Then, and obviously you said Gods Unchained was one of the main things that you used to be streaming and stuff like that. Is there anything on Ronin so far that you've got the attention of, or it's caught the attention of you for? Or maybe I know Gods Unchained is a cards based game, right? It's a CTG.
Yeah, TCG, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
TCG. Sorry, lol.
Yeah,
Um.
I actually streamed Rumble Kongs recently. I think I
Oh,
even streamed it in the.
yes, yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah. I love it. I checked some games, on Ronin, but recently I don't have so much time. I'm
Yeah.
also I'm not sure if you're going to NFT Paris. I was like organizing the trip on very short notice, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see the meeting
Oh,
for
you'll be
Ronin
making it
there as
there?
well. Yeah,
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 there's a
yeah,
meetup.
yeah.
I was gonna say there's a meetup for Ronin there, so that's really exciting actually that you'll be able to go there and kind of get more introduced into the
Yeah,
ecosystem and into
but
the
it's
community.
it's not on a list of side events, right?
Um, I'm not sure. I just know that Ronin put out a massive post earlier today, I think, showing all the different
Oh, I
regions
need
that
I need
something will
I
be
need to
happening.
check it then. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. But that's cool, dude. And like, hopefully, going into Open Ronin and stuff, you kind of find that game on Ronin that can be the game that you stream and everything like that. I'm sure a lot of stuff is going to be coming out soon. So it'll be exciting to
yeah,
see some Crypto Grit streams on strictly Ronin games soon.
yeah. I played a bit of Wild Forest before, but
Okay.
I didn't have like time to deep dive deeply into it. I
Hmm.
played just a little bit. Like I played a lot of games, but. One thing I wanna start X. It's kind of weird that as a Web3 gaming creator, I never played X Infinity, so
Oh,
it's something
really?
that I wanna, yeah, that I wanna. I actually wanna like since I'm pretty competitive when it comes to gaming, I wanna try to do some roads to top 100 or something like that.
Oh, dude, that would
So
be fire. Yeah, that would be really good content to jump into and make. People love watching that kind of thing where it's like a series or a journey people have to go on to try reach something, because obviously everyone gets behind them and starts rooting for them. So that sounds like a great idea.
yeah, it's one of the things I'm looking forward to. I have a lot of ideas, but like sometimes I feel not enough time to execute everything.
I get
So
you. No, that's like totally understandable given all the different things you do. But from speaking with you now and speaking with you from the 24-hour stream, you definitely are a welcomed person into the Ronin ecosystem, because it seems like you're coming in here with very good intentions of just helping the community to stay safe and help with tutorial videos and stuff like that, because I think tutorial videos are always so crucial in any ecosystem. You always need those people that are making the guides, whether it's for games or whether it's for just safety or anything like that. Like, the space needs people like that. So, shout out to you for filling that role and doing that kind of stuff. But we've covered most.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Like regarding content, I also try, to keep the content more like focused on actually gaming than the economics of it, because like it's very difficult. I found some great games, like that. How to say it? Like didn't perform as well as I expected. Either like the teams are very slow at developing or no progress at all. Either they have some tokenomics flaw or something like that, And it also happened to me with some games that at the start, maybe like the first time I tried the game, it didn't look that great for me, And then when I tried it again, like it's maybe that then I liked it very much,
Yeah.
And these things I think, or sometimes, like it takes you like some time to learn, especially, I like to be very good at what I'm doing. And
sure.
in gaming, I don't know, maybe that's kind of weird, but I always aim high,
Yeah.
And like it frustrates me if I am bad, That's why I don't play FPS games, for example, because I'm terrible at FPS games.
No, I mean that makes sense, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with being competitive in the space. I think there needs to be more competitive games in the Web3 space. Honestly, we see a lot of people getting into off the grid and stuff like that. So hopefully that sense of competitiveness comes over to Ronin. I know people are quite competitive with Wild Forest and Ragmon and stuff, but I'm sure you'll find games to be competitive on over here soon. But like that's been, sorry.
I think the whole Web3 industry will go more into that direction. Like even now we see at TGs that more games are like rewarding top players in comparison to before. Like when TG started, like pretty much everyone was getting the rewards. Now it's usually limited, so we don't have that high dilution of bots getting rewards and things like that. I think even like play to earn model will lean even more and more into direction that like the competitive players are getting rewards. I think we're gonna have more tournaments, and these things in general in Web3 gaming in comparison what it was before.
I think so. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. And like, is there any other things that you kind of want to cover to the audience? And like, obviously you're new to the ecosystem, so is there any last things you want to say to encourage people to jump on over and check your content out, or any advice for people who are wanting, like, from a region maybe that isn't covered a lot in the crypto space, that maybe other people are seeing you now and are inspired to start making content from their region?
Well, not specifically. Usually I try to copy in like when you're speaking to say it afterwards. By the way, regarding bald, since I see so many people are posting it, for men, it's like usually if you have high testosterone, you get bald over time. So so it's a good sign, right?
It's a good sign, I guess. Yeah, but they've already put you on a coin. Incredible.
Oh my god.
I know, I appreciate it, man. And like anybody that's new here and isn't familiar with the way the Woku Weekly thing works, if you guys click actually the creator corner thing, it will take you directly to CryptoGrit's Twitter, and you can follow him and support him here. And that's where you're going to be able to tap in with his content and continue to see.
Yeah, regarding the message, whoever is thinking, to start creating content, that's maybe the message. Don't hesitate, just start, it's like it's never too late, but it's always better to start earlier, like because like the content that you're creating at start, it might never feel like at the level that you want it to be, but as you're progressing over time, it will get better.
For sure. No, that's great advice. But thank you so much for jumping on here and sharing a bit more of your story. And I'm sure over the next couple of weeks and stuff, if we keep going with the stage and everything, we'll start having creators on just to do little segments or an hour session or whatever. If you're ever interested in doing that, like, we'll definitely hit you up and you can jump on and play some. I mean, you can play some Rumble Kongs or whatever you want on the stream. We want to start like giving that opportunity to people. And obviously on Sunday we will have a Moku quest out for you, and we'll post a video of this segment for anyone who can't tune into the show. But thank you so much for jumping on, dude, and like sharing your story with us.
Yeah, thank you, Cammyyy, for having me, and thank you for everyone in the audience for being supportive.